Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Lauren, but if you're not new here, you probably already saw my latest video when it came to Adept Cosmetics, where I ranked the palettes that I owned from them. Little did I know when I filmed that video that I think it was 2 days after I posted it, they announced they were releasing a new palette. And this one was awesome. Is awesome, potentially could be awesome. We're gonna find out, but either way, yeah, they got me with the theme on this one, and they have in the past, because this is not the first time that they've done an alien themed palette. Yes, an alien themed palette. In this case, we're talking about the E.B.E.'s palette, which if you didn't know, because I did not know, E.B.E.'s stands for extraterrestrial biological entities. So aliens, pretty much. And yes, I did have to write that down. I don't know what it is. I forever will be an X-Files lover, okay? Like, I don't really care for like the real aliens type of stuff where it's on like the History Channel and it's like, is it real? Is it not? No, give me fake aliens, okay? Give me more movies about aliens, please. They can be the ones that get ripped out of your stomach, or they could be your friendly ones that ride bikes, whatever. I just want more aliens in my life, okay? Actually, one show that I really like is Resident Alien, which is fantastic. But, okay, before I get too distracted and go down the alien wormhole, let's talk a little bit about this palette. Let me show you what she looks like. The outer packaging is nothing to write home about. You know, I'm actually surprised because Adept normally does some pretty awesome outer packaging. This one is just black. I think they just wanted like a serious alien palette. Okay, I'm down. But then we get inside, and this is the inside of the E.B.E.'s palette. Yes, we are going to be taking a look at swatches. There's even, I don't want to blind you, but there's even aliens on the mirror. It is awesome, okay? This palette is awesome. I love it. I hope I love it. We have not played with it yet, but that's what we need to do. This palette is also a little bit pricier. It retails for $79, and Adept'S palettes tend to be a little more expensive. So typically I will get this palette and like sacrifice a different palette, which in this case was the new Cosmic Brushes palette. I decided one palette to rule them all. It was gonna be the E.B.E.'s this time. So let me know though if you are interested in the Cosmic Brushes palette, if it's still available next month. Maybe I'll pick it up and do a review. Now, I will say after swatching this palette, it is interesting how many different formulas I feel like are in this palette. Like, especially with their shimmers. Some are kind of that more like flaky, loose kind of shimmer that like you worry is gonna get all over your face. And then some are this like really metallic, slick formula. Like the very, very high metallic ones just have this like really smooth finish. And those tend to be the prettiest on the eyes, but my God, is it painful to put eyeliner on top of them. Does not want to stick. I think it's partly my eyes too, because they are kind of oily and they fight it so hard. They fight that formula. But I think we should just do a look. That's what you're here for. That's what I'm here for. I want to put it on my face. I keep going back and forth on whether or not I want to do a green look. I don't know. Probably. We'll see. We are going to be using two different types of primers today. The first is going to be my Guerlain Eye Stay Primer. I like to mention that this one is out of stock. And I like to mention that because I got it on like half off and it was totally worth it, but it was only worth it because it was half off. Does that make sense? I think it was probably a way overpriced eyeshadow primer, but it's actually really good. The other eye primer that I'm going to be using today is from Question Beauty, and this is their gel primer. And this is what I'm going to be using for the shimmers. So I need something that's going to be really tacky and something that those shimmers kind of really adhere to, because that really helps just show off how pretty they are. So let's do it. I'm going to start with this purple one, Dementor UAP. Now I have no idea what like 99% of the names of these shadows mean. I feel like after this video, I'm going to have to Google it. I'm just going to start by patting this down in the outer corners of my eye and just kind of buffing it out. Fun fact, I took a course in college and I majored in English, and it was about sci-fi and literature, and it was so good, so good. And I wish I still had like the syllabus so I could remember what books that I actually read. But there was one book on there that was so good, where it was about basically like aliens came and they never really revealed themselves, but they were able to change like all of humanity, like the course of our history, to make us healthy, eliminate disease. But they were so fundamentally like physically different than us that like if you saw them, you wouldn't be able to comprehend it. And like one guy was lucky enough, well, kind of, to go to their planet. And it was just like, it was so different. Like nothing was the same, right? He couldn't even like compare things to each other because it was a completely different planet, completely different life form. And it was just, it kind of like opened my eyes, because I'm like, right, if we meet aliens, we're not going to be able to understand them probably, right? They're going to be so fundamentally different from what we know and what we are, that we're not going to be able to comprehend what they do, how they act, speech. I don't know. Do you feel like that color was fighting me a little bit? So we're going to go into, we have to, we're going to go into, yes, we're going to go into Green Men. I think that's what I want to do. And I think what I want to do with that one is I just want to put in my crease. Yeah, we're gonna do some crease work today. And maybe like a little bit higher. Okay, this color is going on a lot better. Let's go into, let's see, trans medium up here. And I'm gonna just put some of that like right underneath my brow bone to kind of diffuse the edges a little bit. Okay, I think we're gonna go into two of the shimmers. So I have to go into remote viewing this green here, but then I'm also gonna go into E.B.E 1 here in the corner and put that in the inner corner of my eye. So for that, we're gonna use the gel primer to put those two colors down. I kind of think it needs a little more. So I'm gonna go into Orion Reptilian, and I'm gonna put this in a couple different places, I think. I'm gonna put it underneath my eyes, and then I'm gonna put a little bit, I think, kind of just up here. I think I need it to look more alien. Okay, that's kind of more what I was going for. I'm gonna put on some eyeliner and mascara, and then we can come back and talk about the finished look. Okay, and here is the finished look. Okay, you have to tell me what you think. I really like it. I think it's giving alien vibes, subtle alien vibes, and it's probably because of the greens I used, to be honest. One thing that I thought would be cool to do, that I've done in the past, is to use one of these as a highlighter. And I already think I know which one I want to do. Skinny Bob. Skinny B-O-B. I need to look that up. What is a skinny bob? I don't know. But I'm gonna go in with this color and see if I can use it as a highlighter. And you know, I think this one is a little bit softer. I'm just gonna go in with my finger. Okay, actually not bad. It definitely has some chunkier shimmers in there, which you know is not my favorite for highlighters, but I'm actually kind of surprised by how much I like this as a highlighter. I'm gonna say it, that works. That works as a highlighter, and I actually really like it. It just has like enough base color in it. It's like a pinky purple shift to just, I don't know, make it really special. So now that we're done playing with the palette, and even though we didn't touch every single color, well, we did when we swatched it, but we didn't put every single color on my face today. Maybe next time I'll attempt to use every single color in a palette, but let's talk about how this look went, how I feel like the palette went, and just like my overall final first thoughts. This is a fun palette. It has a lot of fun colors. It's got a lot of shifty colors in there that I know can be really hard to see on camera when I have a ring light on. It kind of like flushes everything out. You don't really get the full effect of a multi-chrome. And it really is with Adept Cosmetics, the shimmers. The shimmers is where it is at. The mattes, I could kind of live without. I'm not gonna lie, that purple one, our first one we used, Dementor UAP, this purple one here, not my favorite. It was a little bit of a struggle to go on, and even when I got it on, it was not building up the way that I wanted it to. So I was having some issues with that color for sure. The rest of the mattes that we used worked perfectly. The green one, Green Men, and Orion Reptilian. So the two on the bottom didn't have any issues with either of those. So that was good. And also Transmedium also totally went on fine. I know you probably can't see it on my skin though, because it is pretty similar to my skin color, but it's a great color when you want to buff out other colors. So that's what we used it for, and it worked really well for that. Now for the shimmers is where like Adept is so special because they really do pack a punch. You have to be sure you're using the right primer though, because if you're not, it can fall a little bit flat. So I think the green color that we used, Remote Viewing, just went on really, really well. And I think E.B.E. won, which is that it looks white in the pan. It's got like a green shift. It's here in the corner. That one, I think it's gonna take a little more playing with to see exactly what base I should use to really make it pop, because it looks good, but I know that it can kind of be taken a step up. And I have a bunch of different glitter glues that I think I can play with to really make that color pop. Now the other color we used, Skinny Bob, on my cheeks, kind of amazing. I think it is so pretty and kind of looks like a solar system on my cheeks. I'm gonna say it. It works. It works. Overall, if you've played with Adept Cosmetics before, or if you own one of their palettes, this is very similar. So it's where the mattes are not necessarily my favorite, but where the shimmers are just absolutely phenomenal. So very similar to a lot of the palettes that they put out in terms of quality and formulation. Now again, with the shimmers, there's a couple different formulas in there. There's the really smooth metallic shimmers, and then there's the more flaky shimmers, which are both really fun to play with. The flaky ones are almost like kind of more my favorite because you can layer them on. They really pack a punch. They're really, just really gorgeous. They're gorgeous. The metallic ones, which is like the green one we used today, it is much harder to run an eyeliner over those. I do not want to stick to those like metallic shimmers. So the hunt to find an eyeliner that works with those continues, but you know, we made it work. It works. This has been a quick little review, but you know how much I love Adept Cosmetics, so I love talking about their palettes when they come out, and I like just playing with them on camera. So hopefully you had fun watching this. Let me know what you thought about this palette, if you are going to be picking it up, or if it's an easy pass. I'm curious. I want to hear from you, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!